Hey folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I'm the Mysterious JG. It's not going to be the last video of the series because we left some stuff to do after the main story's over. But this is going to be the mission where credits roll. Tommy Vercetti sent to Vice City from Liberty City after he got out of prison. We got a little bit of backstory. I've never been clear on a couple of things about Sonny as the villain of this game, but it's pretty clear. Sonny, as the head of the Leone crime family, is it Sonny Leone or Sonny something else? He sent Tommy as a hired gun, an assassin, to kill someone. But when Tommy got there, there was apparently like 7 or something. It was like a crazy number of hitmen there waiting for Tommy. Tommy killed his way out, killed all the guys who were there. Went to prison. When he got out, Sonny, without talking to him face to face, because all the conversations up to this point have been on the phone, sends him to Vice City because even though he kept his head down and didn't snitch while he was in jail and stayed loyal to the Leone crime family, Sonny sent him to Vice City. Sonny, basically, we find out, it's pretty much confirmed in that dialogue. Tommy says that he was set up, like that he walked into an ambush, and he believes that Sonny basically set him up to be killed in Liberty City. He fought his way out, and he went to jail, and he went to Vice City, and it's small wonder he doesn't have any loyalty towards Sonny, because although it's never mentioned before this, and Sonny doesn't really deny it, it's pretty clear that Sonny had already betrayed Tommy. And by keeping his head down and not snitching, Tommy just kind of stayed alive, because otherwise, like, for whatever reason they wanted him, they sent him to die. Yeah, I think Sonny was still screwing with Tommy. Now, when Tommy gets to Vice City, the whole story of the game opens with Tommy trying to do a drug deal with Lance Vance's brother, and the drug deal is broken up by Diaz's men, and Sonny gets, Lance Vance's brother gets killed. I was never clear on whether Sonny actually was active in the betrayal there too. Like, I remember playing the game years ago, and Tommy saying that it was a setup. I thought he meant Sonny had set him up, like this drug deal. He had sent Tommy to die again, but actually he's talking about what happened back in Liberty City. I don't think Sonny was involved with the betrayal that takes place here in Vice City. Lance, on the other hand, cozies in with you, makes friends with you so you can take down Diaz. Seems dissatisfied with the fact that Tommy is like the boss. And there's a couple of scenes where, like, Lance jumps the gun and tries to kill Diaz before Tommy's ready. Lance is sitting around in the day bar, in the mini bar they have in the mansion, drinking when there's some problem that with some syndicate or some guy is not paying, his hotel is not paying protection. And, like, Tommy yells at him in front of the boys and then gets in a car and goes and deals with it himself. So Tommy, like, definitely over the top, like, violent reaction rages to things. But at the same time, probably not the easiest person in the world to work for. But, yeah. Lance Vance is a treacherous little prick, and we need to take his sorry ass out. And then we got to deal with Sonny. And when we've done that, basically, Tommy Vercetti has become the king of Vice City. And all those little things that I left to have done at the end just for funsies, none of them really that important, because Tommy Vercetti is the king of Vice City. He's running the show. Keep your friends close. So this is the final main plot mission.
What's going on? Tommy! Oh, good. Listen. I like fish. I love fish. I love them as pets and bowls, or as food on a plate, but as much
Because I'd rather that he betrayed us and we killed him than Lance. Lance is kind of likable.
There to fit me with some cement shoes, and I...
Shut up, Ken. Sit down.
See, Tommy
What
doesn't
the hell's going on?
kill people for
Hands
just
up
being
north,
annoying.
Tommy.
If you betray him, you're gonna die.
They're coming down to see the business today.
They took longer than I thought. Guys, we gotta make this final. We gotta leave no doubt that this is my operation. Mine! Ken, get the first run of counterfeit cash and put 20 mil in briefcases. Lance, you get the guys together.
You know, we got armor pickup in the bottom left room there. We've also got one at the bottom of those stairs. Because we're going to go through some health and armor in this.
What? No big hugs for your old buddy?
I've had 15 years out of the loop. I'm a bit rusty on family etiquette.
Oh, he's angry, huh, Tommy? Didn't I say your temper would get you into trouble, huh?
There's 3 mil in the cases.
How many was it? 10? No, 11 men. That's how you get to be called the Howard
11
Butcher.
men.
You sent me to kill one man. One man! They knew I was coming, Sonny.
Tommy, watch your tone. Anyone would think you blame me for that unfortunate set of circumstances.
Just take the money.
Get the damn cash. You know, Tommy, I did what I could for you. I pulled strings, called in favors. I was your friend, Tommy. I hoped you'd see sense, see what's good for business. I trusted you, Tommy, and you disappointed me. But at least someone in your chicken shit organization knows how to do business. Isn't that right?
He's a man who knows how to dance.
Sorry, Tommy. This is Vice City.
I like Tommy's reaction.
Business.
PS2 era shock.
You sold us out.
No, I sold you out, Tommy. I sold you out. The real cash is upstairs in the safe.
So, Tommy, what was the big plan? You think I just take the fake cash, save face, and run away with my tail between my legs?
No. I just wanted to piss you off before I kill you.
Oh, and somehow I got the subtitles off again. How do I keep doing that? I could have sworn I set them back to on. Okay, well, let's... Okay. I like that they give you a pickup for the shittiest little gun ever, just in case you have nothing at this point.
Your funeral, asshole!
And I guess I just defend it until Lance shows up, because that was confusing before. So the very first guy got a few shots in.
No one to cover your ass now, eh, Tommy?
You're going down, you backstabbing prick!
Oh, you think so?
You think I'm fooling around?
Okay, So now I gotta chase Lance. Fuck. And I'll keep getting messages they're stealing my money, but...
Come here, you double-crossing piece of shit!
Now I need to go downstairs and get the... Need to go get the armor pickup or I'm toast. It's all the way down. Is this... No, I gotta go further up.
Sorry, asshole!
Okay, now I need to find some cover, because I just got shot, like, by a million guys once I got up here. Oh, crap, that's not what to do. Or maybe I just need to start shooting. Why aren't I shooting? What the hell is going on? Like, I don't know what was happening there, but literally...
This is the last dance for Lance fans. I had enough of that at school.
Yeah, like, I literally just was... He was, like, kind of like, I don't know. He just stopped firing the pistol. And it's not over when you take out Lance. That's like the halfway point for the mission. So, now, of course, I will not have subtitles on again. I'll listen to the cinematics at least once, or go through the cinematics at least once with the subtitles on, so that everybody can catch all the dialogue. I'll even save just so that I will default to having subtitles on now. Get some water while this replays. Yeah, it's a shame to have such a dramatic and exciting mission and keep failing it. It's one thing if I'm failing a silly mission like Copland.
I love fish. I love them as pets in bowls. First food on a plate.
But it would be really nice to actually pull this one off and look cool and impressive doing it, since it's basically the finale of Tommy Vercetti's personal journey here. Taking care of old business, dealing with his old enemies.
Lance, what the hell's going on?
It's your friends up north, Tommy. They ain't too happy you capped their man. They're coming down to see the business today.
Longer than I thought. Guys, we gotta make this final. We gotta leave no doubt that this is my operation. Mine. Ken, get the first one to counterfeit cash and put 20 mil in briefcases.
It said 3 mil in the subtitles? I don't...
Get the guys
whatever.
together.
Oh, Lance, you betray me.
Tommy! What? No big hugs for your old buddy?
I've had 15 years out of the loop. I'm a bit rusty on family etiquette.
Oh, he's angry, huh, Tommy? Didn't I say your temper would get you into trouble, huh?
There's 3 mil in the cases.
How many was it? 10?
Sonny's a little bit arrogant, just a little.
That's how you get to be called the Howard Butcher.
You sent me to kill one man. One man. They knew.
See, even in this scene, as Lance is behind you looking sheepish, I'm like, maybe when he hears the story of how Sonny was just mean to Tommy, he'll
Just take the money.
he'll this time he won't betray us. This time he'll stick with us.
No, Tommy, I did what I could for you. I pulled strings, called in favors. I was your friend, Tommy. I hoped you'd see sense, see what's good for business. I trusted you, Tommy, and you disappointed me. But at least someone in your chicken shit organization knows how to do business. Isn't that right, Lance?
Sorry, Tommy. This is Vice City. This is business.
And Ken is like, "Aw."
No, I sold you out, Tommy. I sold you out. The real cash is upstairs in the safe.
Tommy, what was the big plan? You think I just take the fake cash, save face, and run away with my tail between my legs?
No. I just wanted to piss you off before I kill you.
Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to teleport back to the relative safety of my office. Yeah, that first guy, like, I can't figure out a way to not take damage against him. Okay, waiting for Lance to come out now. Yeah, I just get in this mode where he stops shooting. I Like, I don't know what that is, but, like, after a while, I guess...
You're going down, you backstabbing prick.
I don't know.
You think so?
I don't care about him. I'm after Lance now.
Control yourself.
Come here, you double-crossing piece of shit! Your history, Tommy! History!
Okay. Ah, crap. Try to save that armor pickup for after I've dealt with Lance. And I guess the small machine gun is going to be better than the pistol, because the pistol, I keep having this weird issue where it doesn't keep firing. I'd love to do something fancy like the rocket launcher, but I think the time that I spend switching is going to get me killed. Oh, there's a guy like right here. I did not realize that. Fuck! He just appeared on... I guess I ran past two guys that were inside. Maybe I should have grabbed that armor after all. But I'm trying to save something for after I deal with Lance, because then, shockingly, after you deal with Lance, the game tells you to go kill Sonny. Don't remember exactly where he is, but it's kind of a similar thing. We're going to have to... Maybe I'll just switch quick to the bazooka when I get up there next time. Real possible I'll accidentally blow myself up, of course.
Tommy. Oh, good, good.
Just want to piss you off before I kill you, he says as he wanders into the office. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. Running a little low on ammo, though. Guys drop a lot of money.
One to cover your ass now, eh, Tommy? You're going down, you backstabbing prick. Oh, you think so? Oh.
You know what this is?
Oh, damn, it's a different kind.
Piece of shit! Your history, Tommy! History!
You die!
These ain't friendly shit.
Okay, that was crazy.
The last dance for Lance fans. I had enough of that at school.
Whoa, you're still alive?
Wrong side, Lance.
Okay. Seems kind of silly that you were still alive after that. armor pickup here would be nice. Okay, so guys came in from behind before, which was odd. The rocket launcher did seem like a pretty good way to handle those guys, actually.
You drunk or something?
Oh, these are my guys? I didn't think any of my guys existed.
You took 15 years from me, Sonny, and now I'm gonna make you pay.
You still don't get it, do you? I own you, Tommy. Those 15 years were mine to spend. Get him, boys. He never understood.
Fuck. Okay.
You seen one of these before?
Damn it! Okay, I thought I could use a rocket launcher. I blew myself up. It seemed like a good idea. It worked really well against Lance Vance, who actually managed to survive getting hit with one rocket-propelled grenade and needed a little bit more coaxing to die. But, yeah, you kill Sonny, it's over. And I was surprised. I got really confused at the end when, excuse me, some of our warriors started appearing. And I guess I'm going to have to use the small machine gun. The pistol, there's some weird thing with the pistol. I don't know if that's, like, it's not, he's not going into an automatic reloading thing.
Tommy!
I just want to pitch you up before I kill you, Tommy. Yeah, he's not typically making fun of people for being from Florida. That's not the Vercetti way. Not to mention, these guys are the first people you're fighting who really aren't from Florida. These guys came from New York to kill you. Come on, Lance. Come on, do your dance.
Enjoy the hospital. No one to cover your ass now, eh, Tommy? You're going down, you backstabbing prick. Oh, you think so?
I don't want a whole failure video of just this mission if I can help it.
Oh. Piece of shit! Your history, Tommy! History!
Okay, there's nobody until I get to the very top of the stairs, and then there's suddenly like 100 guys. Okay, but this time there wasn't. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck. And then I blew myself out of the screen, okay? This is getting old.
This is the last dance for Lance Vance. I had enough of that and picked the wrong side, Lance.
It'd be really nice to at least have a health pickup over here, but we don't. As long as I don't get killed there. Yeah, the adrenaline thing is weird. So I'll get health here. And I can grab the helicopter and fly down to a full armor pickup. That's not really necessary. I've got, yeah, that's not necessary. Now, I've got enough health to get back all the way downstairs where I've got a full health and armor. Switching to the pistol, just, yeah, my guys have respawned. Oh, I guess because I killed Lance. Like, maybe the guys were in turmoil, not sure who to follow, when Daddy and Daddy were fighting.
Hey! Where are we?
Okay. You guys aren't my friends.
You think I'm fooling around? What did I do to you? I didn't want it like this. What are you doing? Where are we?
Okay. I had to get up here to trigger these guys.
You took 15 years from me, Sonny, and now I'm gonna make you pay.
You still don't get it, do you? I own you, Tommy. Those 15 years were mine to spend. Get him, boys. You never have to think.
Okay. That's a pretty cool shotgun, but, doesn't seem like a good time to be switching weapons.
You wanted this.
Oh, just die, you son of a bitch. Because that will end the game. Yeah, like your remaining thugs will despawn. Who are close to death is evidenced by the huge bloodstains. But we did it. Exactly one video's worth of failures and finally getting it done.
Tommy, what happened?
And I guess the very end of the last video.
What does it look like?
It looks like you ruined your suit. And Tommy, that was a beautiful suit.
Yeah.
Tommy, what on earth happened?
It was a nice suit.
Had a disagreement with a business associate. You know how it is.
Tommy, I have a disagreement. I send them an angry letter. Maybe I pee in their mailbox. I don't start World War III.
Oh, come on, Ken.
You know, maybe you should speak to my shrink.
That stupid prick Lance.
Tommy, I never liked that guy, okay? He's neurotic, he's insecure, he's self-centered. The guy's an asshole. I'm glad you took him out.
I don't think we're gonna be getting any more heat from up north either. Because there ain't no up north anymore.
I've destroyed the northern part of the country.
Down south now.
Wait, does that mean what I think it means? Tommy, baby!
What do you think it means?
That we're in charge. I mean, that you're in charge. Oh, Tommy!
You know, Ken, I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful business relationship. After all, you're a conniving, backstabbing two-bit thief, and I'm a convicted psychotic killer and drug dealer.
I know. Ain't it just beautiful?
Let's make out. And that's the end of Grand Theft Auto Vice City. All the stuff that we left over to do at the end really properly should be done first, with this being what ends it. But hey. It's just possible doing the gang missions first would have made that Cap the Collector mission harder. By having gang members be hostile and attacking me while I was trying to deal with the collectors. But honestly, not that big of a deal, that mission anyway, and it wouldn't interfere with this mission at all. So probably I could have just taken care of those missions whenever. But we've got left, well, these missions we do for Phil Cassidy. I didn't know there were missions. I'm kind of surprised. I might never have done those missions before. But so we'll certainly do those. Or that one mission, if it's just the one mission. And then you may have noticed a Dan Houser and James Worrell. Good job, actually. I've complained about the writing in some of the Rockstar games. They do generally. The thing is, they're kind of overwritten. The Rockstar games have a tendency to they have a lot of good dialogue and really cool, fun individual scenes that don't build into a coherent story. And mostly it's because Rockstar, in their storytelling, they've just gotten kind of like too big and too. It's like too much everything. Like, I think they consider themselves the cream of the crop in game making, and they're probably right. But as a result, like, they try to tell stories in games that, as a genre, there's certain genres of game, I guess you can tell a really epic story, but Grand Theft Auto is not. There's way too much silliness. Red Dead Redemption's in a slightly better position to tell like a really epic story than a Grand Theft Auto game is in, but even that, this story was perfect. It's just this little kind of generic gangster story with a little bit of Scarface mixed in with some Goodfellas. But it's not trying to be like the greatest story ever written. It's trying to pay homage to a couple of fun movies and to the whole Miami Vice look. And like, I really don't think there's this. I would put this on my short list of best games that were ever made, honestly. Oh, KentPaul.com and ViceCity.com. That's right. There is a Kent Paul website. I know there's a Kent Paul website in like San Andreas, which is Kent Paul's. There's all the voice actors if you want to check and see who the famous people are. Like Candy Sucks is Jenna Jameson. That was the other one somebody made a big deal of. God, I'm drawing a blank. What was I talking about? Yeah, I would put this on the list of like, arguably the best games ever made. It's just so. It's so perfect. There's little, quality of life improvements that have been made in subsequent Grand Theft Auto games. I talked about how there's a few missions that are extra frustrating because, you have to do the easy part of the heist mission. You have to do that over and over again to get to the tough part at the very end, and it doesn't have the modern Rockstar thing of like interim save points during a mission. And obviously, some of the missions are a lot of fun to play, and you wish you could go back and replay them. And this is before they added the thing where you can go back and just replay missions and not affect your in-game status. You'd have to literally load the game. But DJ Laszlo is himself. Probably some of the DJs are probably people who are well known in whatever, Mr. Magic as himself. Radio callers, Cousin Ed, okay. But yeah, the little things that are better in later Grand Theft Auto games, I don't think any Grand Theft Auto game it's just quite has the charm that Vice City has. It's just so bright and so fun. Grand Theft Auto 5, which is set in California, gets some of that, but it's just... It has an unfair advantage in a sense that, like, whole 80s... Like, Miami in the 80s is such a, like, cool... a cool setting for a game. I don't know how they do Vice City in a future Grand Theft Auto game. Like, because I don't know what you would do other than just try to remake this game almost completely. Grand Theft Auto 4 had some things... It was able to do some things that were, like, markedly different. And there, see the Mafia's limos. I'm going to call it a video now. There'll be some congratulatory and plot. There'll be some phone calls. Some of the characters that we haven't talked to in a while who don't die. It's been a really long. I won't spoil it. I remember at least 2 of them, and they're characters that have become our friends and allies over the course of this, but didn't play a part in the final story. But if they're not dead, they tend to call you and sort of congratulate you for taking over the city because you're basically the big boss now. And any of those guys that you've done business with before that are still your allies will presumably be your allies in the future. But I know, rambling, but we're not done. We've got some fun optional stuff to do. Anything that's left is by definition optional. All of it, everything we're missing would be required for 100% completion. None of it's required to win the game because we just won the game. That was the credits. Nothing that we did is actually... Like, if we had done the printing press earlier, some point along the way doing these asset missions before we finished all of them, we would have unlocked the end game. But everything else we did is required to advance the story. It's just these Cuban missions and Haitian missions, and then whatever we're doing for Phil Cassidy and the Malibu Club. All that stuff is optional. But yeah, I'm just going around in circles here. What I want to get to is, I think this is my favorite. Grand Theft Auto 4 is set in New York City, which is reminiscent of Grand Theft Auto 3, but it's a whole different generation of system. It's set in... the games are decades apart, and like a decade at least apart, and they're both set in their present day, so it does have a different feeling. And the thing that... I don't know if it really worked, and I'm not sure if the game was as popular as maybe it could have been, which is crazy. Grand Theft Auto 4 probably sold 1 billion copies. But it was you play as an Eastern European immigrant, which is really an interesting take on the series. And then there's various DLCs where you play as other people. That was a thing that they were experimenting with in Grand Theft Auto 4, which they didn't really bring back, which is DLCs where you just have... I never played through any of them all the way, interestingly enough. But I guess there's really only 2. But in both cases, you're playing as characters who don't appear in the main Grand Theft Auto 4 story. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4 feels different from Grand Theft Auto 3. So like you could do another game set in New York, and they have. Although like a third game set in New York would be tough to really make it feel very different from 3 and 4. And then Grand Theft Auto San Andreas had that 90s LA... like gangland, feuding gangs, like Crips Bloods vibe to it. And then Grand Theft Auto 5, kind of like, you have 3 protagonists, and one of them really, like, the Franklin just feels like a kind of low-rent, not as interesting version of CJ. And then you've got the traditional mafia guy, feeling guy. I don't know that he was ever supposed to be part of the mafia, but like you have a guy who feels a little bit like Tommy Vercetti, and then you have like Trevor, who's like, he's like the most over-the-top psychopath they've ever put in any video game, probably. But because there's 3 different protagonists, and a lot of the game is not... The game has very little to do with gang warfare, which is what San Andreas was mostly about. Grand Theft Auto 5 is able to take place in the same area that Grand Theft Auto San Andreas does, and feel different and interesting. I don't know that you could ever come back and do a game set in Vice City, and like, how could it be anything but just retelling this story? It's so perfect. I don't know, but I'm just blathering. Love this game to death, and glad that people came along for the ride. I've been putting off playing this one for years for 2 main reasons. One of them, that I figured the music and copyright strikes would be a nightmare, and it wasn't as bad as I thought for that. And 2, I didn't think my particular fan base would be that interested in a game like this. So we got a few videos of this left, and once again, in the comments, let me know. I'm pondering either doing San Andreas or Grand Theft Auto 3. Let me know which one you'd rather see, and that'll probably be my thing that immediately replaces this. I'm leaning towards 3 just because it's much shorter. I'm less likely to get completely tired of Grand Theft Auto before I could finish. But anyway, we'll come back next time with more stuff. See you then.